Alright, guys. So today we got something a little new, something a little different. So I saw this video and it kind of inspired me. So it was a match of a guy doing 1v6 against AIs. Now, as you can see, this is just a 1v1. We've got the red spawning here. We've got me spawning here. Okay. Now, even though it's not a 1v6, what he ended up doing was doing this 1v6 against nothing but barbarians with static defense. So that is exactly what we're doing today. Now, granted, I don't win with the static defense in this, and it is a full metal map, but I wanted to see just how long I could hold out with static defense with only one way into the base, one entrance, one path. And I will be trying this on other maps, so that way you can see that you can do this on normal maps, not just, full metal maps. So as you can see, we open up with, a generic typical opener, 3 metal, 3 wind, into the bot lab, and then we jump into 2 solars just to have a little consistent energy. Granted, on this map, we probably should have gone wind instead of the 2 solars because the wind risk is 0. But we'll ignore that and just move on. I do transition back into wind. And the only reason why we got the T2 uh, bot lab was for the constructors. That way we can get the T2 static defense, because the T1 just isn't going to cut it for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and speed this up. Now we're trying to pump out those construction bots. And we have our commander doing nothing but wind turbines. And here we go. Started on our static defense and an advanced scanner or satellite radar. I'm actually quite happy with this. Quite frankly, I want to get a good feel for it on normal maps just to see if you can truly frontline with static defense and static defense alone. Now, there is one drawback to this playstyle, and that is the energy cost is outrageous. So you're gonna want as many fusion reactors and aphises as you can possibly pump out. That's why once we got our 3 reactors, we went straight into the aphises. And we're still pumping out construction bots. And now we're getting some anti-air because we're gonna need it. Because that's one thing about the AI. If you lock down their ground defense or their ground offense, they will come at you with air. And as you can see, of course, I'm putting construction turrets everywhere so that way any damage done to our static defense gets immediately repaired and all the scrap metal gets immediately collected. And now we're extending our static defense down the bridge. Not entirely sure why the camera angle keeps doing that. We'll just leave it. It's not the angle I used when I played. I don't know why it's making it do that, but it is what it is. So as you can see, we're being slammed and pressured by the enemy. They even bring their commander in to try and shut us down. We've got construction turrets lined all the way down to repair. The thing that came in clutch was that advanced radar. And these construction turrets aren't just there to repair our static defense, it's also to help it get built sooner. And just on the off chance the AI decided to go nukes, we built a shit ton of anti nukes. And I decided rather than trying to win with static defense, we'll just hold off and win with T3. So that's exactly what we end up going for. Is here in a minute, you'll see the T3 built, and then we'll start pumping out nothing, literally nothing but behemoths. And the only reason for that was because they had gotten their Calamity or Juggernaut, or not Juggernaut, but Ragnarok. The Calamity or the Ragnarok got built, so I decided to counteract that just by uh, pumping out a crap ton of behemoths and pushing into it. And as you can see, I'm already getting ready for it. I'm putting down force fields, but the AI finished their Ragnarok or Calamity long before that. And I'm also getting nukes built, so. And what happened here is the AI had a bot get stuck behind that static defense tower, and it caused these big ones back here that are like these, the basilisk, to fire onto the basilisk, which killed our construction bot, ending our expansion here. but we get it fixed. And I've been practicing this build on normal maps, and I hold out fairly well. But once they get to tier 3 and start pumping out juggernauts and behemoths, that's when I start to struggle. Simply because I don't get the calamity out early enough to start counteracting the life total and defenses of their behemoth. And I'll show that to you in another video. I ended up losing that match. And that's why we got these anti-air turrets, because I knew as soon as we locked down their ground offense, they'd be pushing in with air. And I wasn't going to take any chances. I wanted to make sure every potential static defense was covered. We had lasers, we had long range cannons, we had long range air defense, plenty of construction turrets to build and repair. And the reason why I zoomed in on those is because I didn't know those long range air defenses worked like nukes and anti nukes, where the missiles have to be built over time before they'll launch and defend against a plane. Which honestly I was kind of nervous about, but it ended up not being a big deal. And we're just trying to get as much build power pumped out as we can. And the funny thing is the planes that they were sending in were mostly construction planes. There we go. Tons of build power. Tons of build power. So now we're just spreading it a little bit all over the place, trying to make sure that every corner of the base that needs repairs or build power has it. And now we're going to extend our static defense bridge out even further. Anti-air. And then I think we go into a radar after that. Yep. Sorry about the alarm, guys. Yep, there goes our T3 lab. Still getting that build power spread out. Now we have T3 available, but we don't start pumping out units because I wanted to see how far I could go with static defense before they start pressuring with T3 units, because that's what my main concern was. But they end up going with the Ragnarok Calamity instead of pushing with the T3. Which honestly kind of caught me off guard because I was really anticipating them to try and push in with T3 units. And I'm sending all the extra bots, as you can see right here. I'm sending all the spare bots and extra bots that I don't need anymore in to the enemy's base just to get wiped out. Normally I would just eat them, but on a full metal map I'm not too concerned with. Now the reason why we're eating those is our bot got stuck and we had to get him out. And I honestly wasn't too concerned with replacing those. Yeah, I even end up eating this column right there just to get these bots out of there. And when they're done building, because they kind of get themselves stuck. And here I was trying to see what the range of those guns were, but it's hard to see that red ring. That's why I kept zooming in and out trying to find that ring. So I was like, okay, let me go to the ones out here. And still couldn't see the ring very clear on the map. So I was like, all right, you know what, screw it. But I'm really enjoying this challenge. Um, it, I actually want to try and develop a game mode built on this challenge. Yeah, so there we go, eating that column just like I said we would. There we go. And I think we end up eating a couple more because this guy right here got stuck. Yep, there we go. And we don't bother replacing the construction turrets either. Alright, now how many aphises are we up to? Let's see. Alright, 3, 4, 5 by 3, so we're up to 17 aphises already. Like I said, this kind of playstyle, this home defense method of frontlining with static defense, you're going to need a lot of energy. And there you can see they have their Calamity / Ragnarok online, and I'm like, well, shit. All that static defense is just going to go bye-bye. And if they hit those aphises or reactors, I'm screwed. So I decide to do the only thing I can do and defend with nukes. And my bots out here are dying. So this is when I decided, you know what? I'm going to get some T3 units out. Managed to destroy their Ragnarok / Calamity. And I'm not entirely sure what faction they're playing. In fact, why don't I take a peek on that real quick? Go ahead and pause that. They are playing, it looks like they're playing the same as me, so that's the Calamity that they had built. AIs are so unorganized. Like, this T3 lab right here, how is the units supposed to get anywhere? Yeah, see, they even have a Calamity back here. Yep, there's another one. In fact, you know what? Let's keep this going. I'll keep it open view so that way you can see everything that's going on. I do build more bots here. That way I can get the construction back and get the repairs done. And I don't know why they're sending in the construction bots. Like, the AI just wasn't making too much sense this match. Oh, I see it. They're trying to build an exploiter right there. Yeah, they're trying to build exploiters and lasers and whatnot. Gradually getting the repairs made and structures replaced. How many nukes we got online? Let's see. 4, 8, 11, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 22. We have 22 nukes available. Let's go ahead and speed this up to 10 times. Try 15 maybe. Got our air defenses back. About to get these big boys back. And as that's happening, we've got these bots dropping down construction turrets. That way they can get these repairs done. So I don't have to manually try to repair everything. I can just let the turrets do all the work. Like these guys are doing right here. And I'm pumping out T3 units now. Nothing but behemoths. Literally have it on repeat. Yep, see? Repeat. And the only thing being built is the behemoth. And I did that simply because with how powerful they are, yeah, see, they managed to destroy those bots again, so we'll come back over here and get this. Pump out 2 more construction bots here in a moment. Just to replace all those construction turrets we started. I'm very fond of this build method. It's a playstyle I'm very, very entertained by. Because it's super easy to, like, swarm a map and flood a map with, you know, T1 spam and outnumber your opponent and just wipe them out. But it's a lot harder to wipe your opponent out with an army that can't move, i.e. static defense. And that right there is the reason why we went with the behemoths. Because you can just one-shot everything. On top of that, if you wanted to, you could even use them as a deterrent or static defense. Just place them, you know, somewhere on the bridge and just leave them there. Anything that comes in is going to get one shot, but you got to be careful about how you do that, because the behemoth's cannon, that big fireball that you see, can destroy your own buildings. And now you can see they've got calamities firing off trying to take down the behemoth. And that's the biggest reason why I decided to start pumping out the behemoths, was just to push in, take out those calamities. Because with the build like this, a static defense like this, the AI literally cannot get in. They can't. Not without nuking the damn place. And of course, the anti-nukes are protecting the majority of the bridge. So even if they did try to nuke, they would only get about this portion of the bridge. And I even started building these plasma deflectors just to stop their calamity from taking all that out. Yeah, see, they're trying to build another one right here. Inching their way across. And as you can see, I was trying to nuke, but they had so many freaking anti-nukes out that eventually I try outnumbering it just by flooding this entire area with nukes. But look at the amount of punishment that thing can take. Like, That is insane. Yep. Tear. Absolute tear. Blow up that aphis. Boom. Beautiful. And as you can see, they've got tons of shield generators all over the damn place. Thank God we had the second behemoth already out there. Because my main goal was just to shut these calamities down. Because the only chance I had at destroying them without units was nukes or a calamity of my own. And a calamity wouldn't have done any good because of all their shield generators or plasma deflectors. And as you can see, there was so much stuff here dying that I started lagging really, really heavy. And I couldn't really kill them with nukes either, because the amount of anti-nukes they had built up was just absurd. And that's the reason why I opted out for the behemoth. I even set the rally point. As you can see, this thin green line right here is the rally point. I set it all the way back here. So that way, as soon as they pump out, they start walking. And you can see just how devastating they are. Like, you can acquire full map control with a group of behemoths, no problem. And now you can see they're trying to eat the behemoth with their construction bots. Which is one way to get rid of them, but with how much health they have, it's going to take forever. Yeah, see, I tried more nukes. Look at all those anti-nukes go off. Look at that. just shut down every single nuke I had. And I had 9 of those bad boys. So we've managed to wipe out this entire bridge right here with just behemoths. And here comes a fresh one. Right off the car lot. And of course, playing like this, you have to go with a very eco-focused build, just so that way you can get to the tier 2 defenses and be able to afford it without stalling. Look at all that havoc. Look at that. You see all those damage numbers? Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But we managed to break their front line. They are indeed getting metal from eating my dead behemoths, and that's okay with me. It's a full metal map, so they could have got the metal regardless. But we're not stopping. And as you can see, I do get more construction turrets to replace the ones I lost. I will be pumping out more to speed this up, but at the moment I'm building them back here just so I can fill this area with nukes. Absolutely love behemoths. The only thing I wish is that when they die, they explode. Seeing as how the Juggernaut blows up when it dies, the Behemoth definitely should. Because the Behemoth is so much bigger. So that is water. Okay. Interesting. And yes, we are still expanding on our bridge here. Trying to get every bit closer. And now our nukes are being made in the back line. But we're not stopping with the pressure. Absolutely beautiful build. Quite fond of it. Yeah, look, they're already trying to get another calamity up. I'm pretty sure this is where their commander's gonna die, though. That D gun is so powerful. That's what took out the behemoth right there. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it was their commander blowing up my behemoth with a D gun. I have no idea where. Going into the back line just to chill, I guess. Find shelter. Got another behemoth marching his way. And one almost there. Sorry, little construction bot. You ain't getting no solar panels out here. Yeah, I think this is where the match is about to end. This behemoth pushing in right here. Yep, there it is. Shot the commander. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my static defense to T3 victory. Um, I do want to try and make a game mode out of it. I kind of want to do like a zombie tower defense play, where one team is the zombies and the other is the tower defense, and the tower defense can't build any units. They can only build static defense buildings, as well as, construction turrets. And eco, of course, got to finance it, but like no troops, no army, no T1, no T2, no T3 soldiers whatsoever. Just strictly static defense. And the zombie team can't build any defenses whatsoever. They can only build, troops. That way, the zombie team is constantly flooding the battlefield with units, just frontline playstyle, just T1 units, T2 units, T3 units on high spam. You might have one or two zombie players going full eco just to help the rest of them finance, a flood. But the tower defense army or tower defense team, they are strictly building static defenses and holding out as long as they can against the zombie flood. And they can push out by building their static defense the way I was, just expanding along the bridge closer and closer, inching your way closer to the enemy base. That way you can completely shut them out and kill them. Um, but if I'm going to do something like that, I kind of want to make it impossible for Ragnaroks and Calamities to be built, simply because I don't want them targeting the zombie player's base and wiping it out from across the map, because I feel like that might be a little too easy. But it's a concept I'm working out. I'm trying to work out the kinks, figure out exactly how I'm going to make it work, exactly how it's going to play out, exactly what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, that's my static defense to victory challenge. Granted, I did win with just behemoth rushing. So, but it's a lot of fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring that bell so that way you get notifications of future videos, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.